Hello, my name is Kayana Harmon, and this is the first episode of the Mediocre Human Podcast, which is so exciting. I bought a whole microphone and soundboard for this, which I think is kind of funny. I don't really know how to use it yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Because, you know what? That's what the new year is for. Learning and trying new things, which is what I'm doing, which is... That was a bus stopping outside my apartment. I'm sat right by my window, so it's kind of easy to hear the outside. But yeah, just gonna be kind of talking about myself, why I decided to start a podcast. Again, I'm new to all of this. I'm figuring out the recording aspect, the editing aspect. So if this episode whoa, I can't talk. This episode seems kind of choppy. It's because it's my first one, still learning, but it'll get better as we go along, which is okay. It's okay to make mistakes at first because that's what learning is all about. You make mistakes, you learn from them. That's how it goes. But yeah, today I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. Hold on, I'm getting a little parched. Let me get a bev. It was me having some DP. Okay. DP is not Dr. Pepper. Okay, when I say DP, I'm not talking about Dr. Pepper. That's the first thing you guys need to learn about me. Is I'm not a Dr. Pepper drinker. I am a Pepsi gal. When I say DP, I'm talking about Diet Pepsi. Okay, I am a Pepsi girl. I don't like Coke. Coke is gross. If you hand me a Coke, it will be chucked out of the nearest window. That's how it'll go. Oh, I'm getting Twitch notifications. Purpled is streaming. He's great. I'm big on Twitch. I'm trying to figure out how to stream, but I know it's possible to stream from a MacBook, but it's not the most efficient. So I am saving up for like a full setup. I don't really know what I would stream, but yeah, I have a few ideas so far of what I want future episodes to be. So let me read through those so I can get some feedback. Okay, podcast ideas. I have literally a notes section in my phone. So what I'm doing right now is kind of a get to know me intro first episode. And I'm wanting to do like advice sessions. So on the Twitter account. Oh, the Twitter account. Oh my goodness. If you want to follow the podcast on Twitter, it's Mediocre Humans. I know that's not the name of the podcast. There's no plural. Okay, car. That was annoying. And so it's Mediocre Humans. MEDIOCREHUMANS. So if you want to follow on Twitter, it's Mediocre Humans. And then I also have a wonderful, beautiful Instagram account for the podcast. If you want to follow there, it's Mediocre Human Podcast. Same spelling, just with podcast at the end and no plural humans. It's just human. Sorry, these buses are so loud going down my street. The city I live downtown, and I live in a college town. So there's constantly buses and cars going by. I could record in my closet. I think I'm going to switch locations here and there, kind of move around, see what sounds best. But for now, I'm sitting on my couch and I'm kind of stuck because I'm so comfortable. I'm wrapped in a blanket. I wish you guys could see this because I am maximum comfort right now. Hold on, let me get some water from my amazing water bottle that I love so much. I'm obsessed with my water bottle. Let me talk about it for a second. So I was in Walmart with my mom shopping for my apartment. I just moved into this apartment. Right now, okay, we'll get into that. But we were in Walmart shopping for a Brita because the water that came out of my sink wasn't the best tasting water. So we were getting a Brita, and there was a Brita water bottle next to it where there's a filter in the straw. And when I tell you that this water tastes so good and the bottle is so convenient, the color's cute, it's purple and white, and the straw, it's great, and it stays cold really easy for some reason, even though it's just like a plastic water bottle. But I love this water bottle. Okay, Britta, you're doing great. I got so off track. I need to stop doing that. Let's get back to the podcast ideas I was talking about. So this is the get to know me intro first episode type thing. I want to do some Q&As, some advice sessions, which I feel like those can kind of go hand in hand. And then there's this idea that I have where I want to do a Twitter plunge series where I go through Twitter, read tweets, and give my opinion on them. I don't know if that's a thing yet. And if it is, I'm sorry, but I'm going to do it because I think it sounds very entertaining. And then I am saving up money right now to get tattoos. And hopefully once I get all the ones that I want, because I don't want like a lot of, well, I do want a lot of tattoos. I have a list of like 30 or so that I want, but they're small, but they're kind of going to be all over the place. But once those are all done, I want to get them done in the next couple years, like all kind of pretty close together. But you know what? We'll see how it goes. But once I'm pretty happy and I think I'm done with all my tattoos, I want to do like a podcast tattoo tour where I kind of like describe what they look like and where they are and like give you the meaning of them. And then on Instagram, I don't know if it'll be my personal Instagram or the podcast Instagram, I'll post pictures of the tattoos. And so if you want to follow along during the podcast and kind of like go through them to see the tattoos, can do that. Oh, also, if you want my personal Instagram or my personal Twitter, the accounts will be attached to the Mediocre Human accounts. Because on the Mediocre Human accounts, it has like hosted by and then my @ so it'll be there. Yeah, a little bit about me. I told you about where I live and stuff, college town, 6th floor of my building. I have a pretty good view of the city, but I am downtown, so it can get kind of noisy outside, as you probably just heard there. But just moved in here on the 2nd of January, and as I'm recording this, it is the 9th, so I've been here a week, which is absolutely insane. It's a beautiful day outside. It's like 40 degrees, and it's sunny, which is perfect. I don't care what anybody says. 40 degrees is not cold. I don't know, people are like, oh, it's freezing out. No, it's not. It's so nice outside. I love this weather. Between 40 and 60 degrees is perfect. Perfect weather. I love it so much. I'm going to school at this university that is the college of this college town. I enjoy it here. Went here last year, took a semester break back for this semester. When I was here last year, I was studying business, which I did not want to do. So I kind of took a break, went through a breakup. Ooh, I should do an episode talking about breakup because that was a big thing in 2022. Definitely changed the trajectory of my life in general. But yeah, I was studying business. I did not like it. Took a break and then decided I wanted to pursue what I really wanted to do, which is acting. So this university, they have a wonderful performing arts program. So I applied, got in, came back, moved into this beautiful apartment with the help of my amazing parents, whom I love so very much. Let's talk about whom and who. I was a big English nerd in high school. I love English, I love writing, I love all that stuff. But who and whom always confused me. Never understood it, never will, and I don't really care to. Oh my god. Sorry, a guy just fell down outside. Like smacked into the ground. This sounds so bad, but I love when people fall. It's so entertaining to me. Another thing I want to talk about is I have no idea how long a podcast episode is supposed to be, because as of right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be bringing people on or not. Maybe, like, as I grow more, you guys get to know a little bit more about me. I can have, like, some of my friends on here or whatever. There's a really loud car. I'm going to say sorry again because this podcast is really me jumping topics all that, like, back and forth a lot. My bad. But first one, we're learning. Um, my nose is running for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of cold in my apartment. It's 69 degrees. Let me relax. Let me talk naturally. Let me get more comfy than I already am. See, this is a lot better. I'm feeling better already. Oh, someone's car alarm is going off. It's the 9th of January. School starts on the 17th, so I need a job before then because I need money. Because I spent all my money getting ready for my apartment, paying the first month's rent, the deposit, and a couple of the bills before I moved in. But it's really nice here. I'm enjoying it so far. Still have a couple friends from last year. Meeting up with one of them later, actually. So, like I said, depending on the topic of a certain day's episode or whatever, might have someone on who is more suitable for that topic than I am. What have I talked about? This is supposed to be like a get to know me episode, but I keep forgetting what I've already said. I post on Twitter somewhat often. Let me go through my Twitter for you. Let me read off some of my tweets. My most recent tweet was 2 days ago. It was maturing is actually enjoying dark chocolate. Okay, let's talk about this. A couple years ago, I hated dark chocolate. Absolutely hated it. And then I woke up one day in milk and white chocolate. Ew, why did I say like milk? Ew, I hate that word. I hate the word milk. Ooh, it freaks me out for some reason. I don't know why. One day, couldn't stand those two chocolates, and I could only eat dark chocolate. I don't know why, but I feel like it's me maturing. Like, you are mature once you can tolerate dark chocolate more than you could before. Another thing I tweeted was, give me things to talk about on Mediocre Human right now. First few episodes are already planned, but would love to hear some ideas and what other people want to hear. So if you go to the Mediocre Human Twitter or tweet out at Mediocre Humans, I want to hear you talk about this. I'll definitely try to make an episode about that thing or like answer the question or whatever. Another thing about me is I'm a huge advocate for pineapple on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. My go-to pizza order is Italian sausage, olives, and pineapple. Be mad. I don't care. I love olives. I literally have a container in my fridge right now. Not green olives. I hate green olives. I love black olives. I have a container of black olives in my fridge right now, ready to be munched on, which I will be doing after I end this. Me retweeting one of Carl's tweets, Carl Jacobs. Like I said, I am big on Twitch. I follow Dream SMP, which, be mad. I don't care. I think that they are all very entertaining individuals and they make me laugh, and that's all that matters. Oh my gosh, this is for another day. We're gonna do Twitter plunges, I promise, where I go through Twitter and just like talk about tweets I see. It's gonna be a thing, I promise. Because I think it's really entertaining to go through Twitter and talk about the tweets you see, because some of them are so unhinged, you have to talk about it. Like, you see something and you're just like, what the actual did I just see? But anyway, am I supposed to be cussing on this? Can you cuss on a podcast? I don't think my family's gonna know about this besides my parents. I don't really want my extended family to know about this because this is kind of just me doing something for me. Like, I told my parents I was starting a podcast. Don't know how serious they took that. They know that I bought a whole microphone and soundboard for it, but I don't think they know exactly how, like, I can't talk. I don't know if they thought I was serious about it, but I am. Here's the first episode. Let's talk about some podcasts I enjoy. Anything Goes by Emma Chamberlain. I love Emma so much. She's a big inspiration for me. She kind of got me into fashion a little bit and like the beauty industry, which is awesome. The Banter podcast. I love Banter. If you don't know Banter, that is Carl Jacobs, Sapnap, and George Not Found, who are members of the Dream SMP. They're big streamers. They're very entertaining to me. It started off just Carl and Sapnap, and then they brought George into it a few episodes later. But I really enjoy Anything Goes. I really enjoy Banter. I really enjoy Crime Junkie. I like True Crime. Those are the main three, really. I don't really listen to any other podcasts. If you have any podcast recommendations, I would love to hear them because I'm always open to listening to new things. What have I not talked about? Oh, I have a younger brother. He's 15. He's a mess, but love him. I am not sure where exactly this podcast is going to go. Don't really know how often I'm going to be uploading. Is it called uploading when it's a podcast? I don't know. Is it posting? Uploading? I don't know. I think it's uploading. Upload a podcast. That sounds right. Not sure how often I'm going to upload. I'm going to try to do once a week, but if that doesn't work, then I don't know, maybe more than once if I'm feeling generous. If I have a little time on my hands, I don't know. But school is starting next week. I'm going to be getting a job soon. I make it sound like I haven't had a job before. I've literally had 4 jobs. Oh my God. I feel like 4 jobs is a lot for like a 19-year-old, but I don't really know. This might be TMI. I don't know how. I'm going to talk about some TMI stuff on here, by the way. I don't care. Like, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if people think I'm gross. I don't really have a filter, especially when I'm talking to people I first meet, which is an issue. Because it's kind of a lot when someone meets me and I just like dump all of my issues onto them. But I kind of can't, it just kind of happens, you know? I know someone for like 10 minutes and they know my whole life story. But you know what? That's okay. Do I regret it after it happens? Absolutely. Is there anything I can do about it? No. Does that person now know more about me than my whole family does? Yeah. But that's okay. And there's nothing I can do about it after I talk about it. Why is my TV on? Oh yeah, I was gonna I get distracted so easily. It's an issue. But if you're like me and you are all over the place and super random and don't care about TMI stuff, I think you're gonna quite enjoy this little podcast I have going on here. But to the TMI thing, which you might not think this is TMI at all, but a lot of people are like, Kayana, what are you talking about? I have 2 cold sores right now. One is on the bottom lip on the right side, and then one is on the top lip on the left side. So there's no hiding them, and they're huge. And like they're kind of scabbed over now, so they're healing. They're not like active, but like I want to pick at them so bad. But I know that if I do that, it's just going to take longer to heal, and I want them to get off my mouth. But they're so annoying. I don't know. Oh my God, I want to do Twitter plunge so bad. I'm reading so many good tweets right now. I'm literally recording a podcast, scrolling through Twitter. That's my life. How's yours going? Let's talk about what I ate today. Yeah. After my job interview, I walked a little bit further down the street, got myself a Irish cream latte. I love caffeine. That's another thing you want to know about me. I love caffeine. I love me a good Monster. I love espresso drinks. I don't really like regular coffee, but I love espresso drinks. I love Americanos. Oh my God, Americanos. I love lattes, cappuccinos. Oh my God, unpopular opinion. I love brevets. Normally, I'm not big on cream heavy drinks, but brevets are so good. Which is pretty much just, it's a latte, but instead of milk, it's cream. But today I had an Irish cream latte, but with oat milk. So oat milk, espresso, and then Irish cream flavored syrup. And then the guy asked if I wanted chocolate whipped cream, and I was like, yeah. So he did it, and I don't regret it. It was so good. I live right across the street from a waxing salon. Like, I can see the waxing salon from my window. I can't see, like, into the building or anything. I'm not watching women with their legs spread get their hair ripped out of them. Don't worry. People are in and out of that place, like, crazy because I think it's the only one kind of in this area. The thing is, though, we are a big basketball school, so I don't know how game days are going to be because I'm downtown. So game days might be really loud. What was I talking about? How long have I been recording for? 50 minutes. My God. Don't know how long it's going to end up being. Oh my God. Someone's car is getting towed. Sucks for them. Like I said multiple times before, this is my first episode. We're still seeing how it goes, still seeing how things work out, how exactly I want to do this, how often I want to upload. Instead of saying upload, I'll say put out an episode. How often I want to put out an episode, etc., etc. Like I said, learning process. I'm doing this because it's the new year and I wanted a new activity. And I feel like this could be like a fun kind of audio journal for me to kind of just like get stuff off my chest, just put out there, and if people relate, they can relate, which is awesome. Because I love connecting with people through similar experiences, which is so fun. Because 2022 was definitely it wasn't my year, but it was my year in some ways. I think I'm gonna do a 2022 recap episode to kind of talk about all the shit that happened in 2022 because it was a lot. There's a lot that happened. But that's for that episode. Let me put it down in my podcast ideas thing. 2022 recap. And I'll go through like my Snapchat memories and pictures and stuff to kind of jog my memory of stuff that happened. Because there's a lot. But that's okay. It was a year of growth for sure, which is awesome. But there was also a lot of tears. But we're okay. We move on. We grow. I don't know who is listening to this, but if you are, I hope you enjoy this episode and the many to come. And I hope you can relate to me a little bit, because if you can, that's fucking awesome. If you want to hear more, follow the socials. Mediocre Humans on Twitter and Mediocre Human Podcast on Instagram. And then my personal accounts will be attached to the Mediocre Human accounts. Oh, let me add something real quick. When I was thinking of a name for this podcast, I talk to myself a lot and it's kind of an issue, which is why I kind of thought it was a good idea to start a podcast so that like it's going to someone. But it is kind of an excuse to just talk to myself and put my thoughts out there, which is really healthy. Like I was saying, when I was thinking of a name for this episode, I was talking to myself and I was like, there's no good name because everything about me is kind of mediocre, which isn't bad. Mediocre is fine. Everybody's mediocre. Nobody's exceptional in every way. There's a mediocre side to everyone. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I'm just a mediocre person, just like everybody else. And so the Mediocre Human podcast title was born. This will be the end for today. Hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me. Not sure how long it's going to end up being this first episode, but there will be more. See you when I see you. Goodbye. Love you guys.